Hey yogis, I know it's been a very long time since I posted something. In the meantime, between December and now, which is March, yeah, a lot has happened. Me and my husband took a absolutely life-changing journey to India in part of December and a little bit of January, and so it's been these last few weeks trying to acclimatize back to being into the studio and teaching and massaging and just generally running a business again. And so this particular 20-minute Vinyasa cardio flow is going to be for your core, your hips, and your thighs, okay? And so let's just get right into it. Let's come up to the top of the mat into Mountain Pose Tadasana. Base of the toes coming close, shoulder blades rolling back, and your heart is lifting. Really not squeezing the shoulder blades in, but trying to find a place of sort of calmness, earlobe over shoulder, shoulder over hip, hip over your feet. So take an inhale. When you're ready, rise the arms up to the sky. Maybe palms to touch. Exhale, bend your knees if you need into a forward fold Uttanasana. Inhaling, hands either onto your shins and you can lengthen up, or if you a little bit more intermediate, you can have those fingertips to the floor. Looking forward slightly, take the hands down to the earth and take a step back into your upper push-up position, shoulders over your wrist line. You're really using the thighs or dropping to the knees if you need to. Take an exhale, elbows gently come along the side body. Let your chest land down, plug your toes away. Let's just work it out through a couple of little cobras. Roll your shoulder heads back. Inhale, lifting up through the back of the head and through the upper back, watching that your heels are not squeezing together or lifting up. And then exhale, come down. 2 more times. Take an inhale, roll that back a little bit, lift up maybe a little higher, a little bit of pressure in those hands, and then exhale, come on down. Let's go again. This time, if you'd like, roll the shoulders back, lift it up a little bit higher into your full cobra, tuck your toes under, and let's move it to a puppy pose. Pressing back your bum towards your heels. Maybe you walk your hands out just a little bit further. Let your armpits open up, softening your forehead down towards the floor. Just warming up the shoulder joints, just kind of checking in with those hands, making sure that it feels good to have them grounded and towards the earth. And then walk yourself all the way back into a tabletop position, hands grounding down, knees underneath your hips, and you can either have your toes pointed away or tucked under depending what's going on. Take your right leg, left hand, and kick them out in opposite directions. Just hold it there, simple tiger pose, watching that our core is not hanging, dipping. Try to have really solid effort through the fingertips and through the back heel. So as you inhale, go up nice and long. As you exhale, reach back behind you and give your toe or heel a tap. Inhale, send it long. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lengthen it out. This time, exhale, get a little grip, or maybe you don't today, as you kick into your hand into a little bit of a modified dancers, just stretching through the front sides of the leg. Yeah, maybe lift your heart up a little bit more, pressing down with your bottom fingers. Send that leg back, arm forward, and let's lower down the hand and the knee to the earth. Tuck your toes under, walk your hands forward, and let's bring it all the way into a downward facing dog. Lift up the hips. Pull the belly in. So the one thing we want to avoid is really hanging out through those shoulders. Pull it up. Good, maybe pedal it out here if you need to. Good, take a gaze forward. Let's inhale, right thigh goes up to the ceiling. As you exhale, step it all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms come up. Good, as you exhale, hands come down towards the floor. Inhale, bring those arms up. And exhale, bring them down, just a real gentle tap. Inhale, rise it up, and exhale, hands come down. Step it back, upper push-up position. Just drop down to your knees, point your toes away, walk the hands back into a tabletop position. Good, take your left leg, kick the heel back and right arm, opposite directions. Inhale, go up long. Exhale, hand and foot come together. Doesn't have to touch. As you kick it out, reach it forward. Inhaling. One more time. As you exhale, you'll hold onto your foot and give it a kick. As you kick, lift your heart and your gaze. Just checking in with how that feels. Put pressure into your back hand. Yeah. Good. Slowly, without slingshotting that leg back, reach the arm forward. And then take the hand and the knee down towards the floor. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes under. Away we go back into our downward facing dog.
Letting our shoulders not hang again, but really feel like you're pulling up your belly into your spine. Left thigh goes up to the sky. Gaze it forward and step it up, left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, simple tap down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Hands touch the floor, step it up to the top of the mat. Back foot comes in, sit down low in your chair. Here's where the thighs, the bum, and the core have to work together. Hands to those knees and pull your belly back. Inhale, hands into prayer. Exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and take a twist. Almost trying to stack your shoulders just a little bit, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Good, maybe you've got the balance. Look down at your front foot, which would be your right one, and then send your left heel in towards your sit bone. Good, take the foot, bring it down, inhale, bring it back to center, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins or floor, take a little look up, and exhale again, forward bend. Come up to standing, so swan dive it all the way up. Hands to touch into the heart center, let's circle it around. Inhale, rise it tall. And exhale, sit back down in your chair, just warming up the body. Good, as you exhale, pause, then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, your right elbow goes to the outside of your left knee. So we're actually pushing the two together, rolling back the shoulder, watching your hips are not turning. So we want to take the right hip, bring it back, left hip forward. Maybe you put some weight into your left foot and see if you can kick your right heel in towards your sit bone. Might be too much, you can also keep the foot on the floor. And then let the feet come all the way together, bring it back to center, come all the way up to standing. As you exhale, forward fold. Bring yourself all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands on shins or floor, take that little look up. And exhale, palms to touch down. You'll step it, jump it back, upward push-up or chaturanga. As you move it through your flow. Upward dog, cobra. And take it all the way back into downward facing dog. Come down to the knees. We'll point the toes away and do a quick little child's pose, just letting the bum settle down towards the heels and the forehead towards the floor. Maybe you use your hands, maybe you don't, it doesn't matter. Finding a little bit of quiet, a little bit of relaxation. Nice, roll your spine, coming all the way up, and let's take your right thigh and kick it out in front. So lift your bum up and send the right leg forward. Good, bring your left heel to the center of your sit bones, right? So pretty much right in between your bum, okay? And then squeeze your inner thighs in, shoulder blades back. Use the belly, take the leg and lift it up once, hold. Good, so see where you're at, pull that belly in, and let's just do little pulses in the air. Just little ones, maybe your knee is bent, maybe today you just keep it lifted, maybe it's on the floor, whatever, right? Let's take that leg up and over, ground it down to the outside of your left knee. All right fingertips behind you, inhale, up the left hand goes, elbow goes to the outside of your knee, and open it up towards the right side. Nice, bring it all the way back to center, fingertips come down. Take your right leg out, lean it forward, tuck your back toes under and come up into toe stand. If that doesn't work for you today, don't do that. Keep down onto your knee, lift up your right thigh. Pull your belly in and maybe you can lift your hands up off the floor. Good, bring the hands all the way back down towards the earth whenever you're ready. Good, bring both of the feet all the way to touch, open up your knees. Crow pose time. Okay, everything's got to work together. If you're just working on crow pose for the first time, just start to do little crow rocks where you're leaning forward a little bit. Weight goes into your fingertips, take it off the wrists. All right, if you're serious about your crow pose, like maybe going into crane, you can also really engage, lift up your knees to the outsides or the back sides of your arms. And as you start to shift forward, feel your elbows going over top of your wrist line and lift up your feet. Good, gently lower the toes all the way down. Good, bring those knees all the way to touch, stay up onto your toes. Lift those heels. If they're not there, bring the palms to touch, roll your shoulders back. Good, let's come up to standing. So this is gonna take a little bit. Squeeze your inner thighs in, here we go. All the way up. Squeeze it in. Good, staying up onto the toes. Inhale, open up your arms. Good, take your heels down to the floor, hands onto your hips. Take your right thigh, kick it straight out in front of you. Move it back to warrior three. Arms come back, toes pointing down, hinging on your left hip. Good, come on up, reach those arms up. Take the leg back. Good, come on up. Good, take that leg all the way back. This time Ardha Chandrasana, open it up. So as you turn your right hip up, toes go right, left fingertips come down. Take your top hand, reach it up towards the ceiling. Whole body engages, maybe checking in, looking up towards the sky. Good, coming up all the way to a standing position. So look down at your left foot, take some time, focus, focus, focus. And the foot comes down to the floor. Inhale, up the arms go. And take an exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins or to the floor. Take a little look up and exhale, fingertips come down. Walk yourself out into an upper push-up position. Take an exhale through your flow. Go down to chaturanga, upward dog cobra, and send it all the way back into downward facing dog. Nice, holding it out here, pulling through the belly, base of the toes coming close together for engagement. Look it forward, and you can step it or take a jump up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, hands on shins or the floor, and exhale, forward fold. Let's bring it up to standing. All the way up we go. And exhale, hands to the heart center. You guys are doing great. Here we go. Inhale, rise it up. And exhale, come on down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands touch down. Step and jump it back. Upper push-up or chaturanga, upward dog cobra. And bring it back to downward dog. Strong through the belly, watching we're not hanging out here. Really pressing your fingertips hard to the floor. Good, let's take some time, come all the way down to your knees, point your toes away and do a quick child's pose. Just let everything dissipate. Good, whenever you're ready, roll your spine all the way back up, and of course you can always pause the video and stay there for a couple more breaths, that's fine. Fingertips come down to the side and take your left leg. Let's kick it all the way out in front. Okay, so my right heel goes to the inside of my sit bones and the left heel lifts. Good, holding out here. Yes, okay, here we go, little pulses, just little ones. Feeling your quad, feeling your core moving right from the belly button. All right, take that leg up and over towards the right side. Hold it out there. You're still sitting on your heel. If that's not working, slide it to the outside of your hip. Right hand goes up, elbow to the outside of the knee, and take a twist left. Good, bring it all the way back to center, fingertips come down, and let's take the heel out in front for stability. Lean it forward first, tuck your back toes under, and bring it into a toe stand, hold it out there. Yeah, and then maybe lift the leg up. You gotta squeeze your inner thighs in, so I want you to feel as if your knees, the insides of your knees are pressing together, hold there. And then see where you're at. Maybe you can bring those palms all the way up into prayer. Good, take the hands down to the floor, bring both of your toes all the way in, knees go wide, hands ground down. This time, it is your crow pose to an unsupported headstand, or crow pose, just a crow pose, or crow pose to teddy bear stand, or tripod stand, okay? The prep for it, you don't have to even lift the legs. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, who cares, right? It doesn't matter, just do your little crow pose, it's all good. We're all working where we're at. Okay, hands ground down firmly, lift up those sit bones, lean it forward. If you're staying in crow, stay here. If you want to go a little further, pull your belly in, pull, pull, pull. Tuck your chin down, your forehead, or sorry, the top of your head goes down to the floor, engage. Hips come up over top of the shoulders. Whenever you're ready, slowly start to lift those legs, maybe up towards the sky. Elbows really need to stay engaged here. So, so important. Yes, toes pointing up, belly button tucked in. You can come back down with the knees onto your elbows or press your bum back if you want a little bit more of a challenge. I'm not going to talk anymore to come down. Awesome. Knees come down. Sit yourself back for a moment. And then walk your spine all the way back upright, sitting down onto your heels. Let's come up onto those toes one more time. Here we go. All right, we're coming up to standing. Palms come to touch. We're going to come all the way up, all right? I'm sweating already. Okay, here we go. Squeeze those inner thighs in. All the way up we go. Stay on this toes, 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 lift up. And then drop your heels down towards the floor with control. All right, hands onto those hips. Here we go. Take your left thigh and kick it out in front of you. Good. Leg goes back, arms go back. Let's go to a warrior three or a T-pose. Inhale, leg comes up, arms come up. Good. Leg goes back, shoulder blades roll back. Here we go. Leg comes up. On this last time, we're going to Ardha Chandrasana. Kick that leg all the way back, hold there. As you spin open your left hip with control, take your right fingertips gently down towards the floor. Take your left hand up towards the sky and roll back your shoulders. Top leg super extended. You can bend your bottom knee if you need to, or straighten it all the way up. Good, take a look down at your front foot. Here we go again, let's come up to standing, so take some time. Feet come together, hands come together. Shoulder blades roll back, close your eyes, forehead onto your index fingers, relax. Good, take your gaze up, inhale, rise your arms tall, and exhale, come on down. Inhale, lengthen, hands to shins or floor, walk yourself out into an upper push-up position. Let's move it through a flow. Here we go. Bring it down through chaturanga, 90 degrees, right? Point your toes away, upward dog cobra, and move it all the way back into a downward facing dog. Yes, pulling through that rib cage, lifting up the sit bones while the belly still tucks in. Head nice and relaxed. Good, right leg goes up to the sky. Gaze it forward and step it up, right foot to the top of the mat. Good, inhale, arms go up. As you exhale, hands into the heart center, back leg comes around into a figure four squat. You ready? Okay, here we go. Take the leg and send it around and sit it down. Good, belly pulls in, so we're protecting right up through here. So just watching, the bum is not sticking way back. We're really trying to draw the shoulder blades over the hips a little bit further, okay? Flexing up your left toes. Okay, you can go a little further by going to a twist, only if you'd like to. So it's left hand to the bottom of the foot, right hand goes all the way back behind you, and you can hold here. If you want to go just a little bit further, you can take your elbow all the way down towards your foot and open up the heart a little bit more. That's kind of tricky. Stay there. Hold it there. All right, let's inhale, bring it all the way back to center. Pause. Good, we're taking it right into dancer, so you can stay here. You can also just bring that leg all the way back. So left hand comes down to the inside of your foot. Right hand goes all the way up. Stay here if you like. Otherwise, hinge. And as you hinge, you will reach. And as you reach, you will also kick. There's lots of awesomeness going on here. So really pull and expand in all different directions. Good, bring those knees all the way to touch. Arm rises up to the ceiling. Take the foot all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, your arms come up nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, hands to the shins or to the earth. And exhale, hands ground down. You can step it, jump it back, upper push-up position, or into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog cobra, and bring it right back into your downward facing dog. Good, very nice. Let's take the left thigh up towards the sky, so strong through your belly. We're not trying to open up the hip, but really just create a long, long leg. Gaze it forward, step it up left foot. All right, inhale, arms come up. Good, hands come all the way into prayer. Take that right foot, send it all the way around, ankle on top of knee, and sit the bum down. Good, lots of breathing. Maybe you can take your right hand to your foot, take your left hand all the way around you, and start to twist. If you want a little bit more, hands come into prayer, and your right elbow comes down to your foot as you open up your heart towards the left side. Good, bring it all the way back to center. Here we go to dancers, right? It's your option. You can stay in this pose or feet together. All right, here we go. Let's take the leg all the way back. Hold on from the inside. Left hand goes up to the sky. Stay there, quad stretch. Otherwise, we start to kick. And as you kick, you reach. We start to lengthen and open this up. Good, bring it all the way back up. Take those feet down to the floor. The hands come in to touch. Let's take it down to the floor, Malasana. You guys have done very well today. I'm getting tired just talking. Okay, so as you bring your bum all the way down, yeah, just gently let yourself fall down to the floor with the bum. So you just touch it down, let the legs come out in front. Good, take your right knee in towards your chest as you roll yourself down to the floor. Let's move it through a spinal twist. I'll just get a clip in my hair here. All right, let's take the left hand down to the knee. A little bit of a shift with my hips, and my right arm goes out. Always feels good to get into the side waist a little bit, into your hips, especially if you've been working those. Keep the shoulders stable, so right shoulder close to the floor. Good, bring it back to center, tuck that knee back in towards your chest. And just switch it up. So the left knee comes in, right leg long. Good, right hand onto the knee, left hand goes long, get the hips shifting towards the left first, and then over the gaze can go. If that's too much on your neck though, just keep looking up. Yeah, very nice. Always feels good to end with twists at the end of a class. Okay, let's bring it all the way back. Just tuck the left knee back in towards you. Let's bring both knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms all the way around. Maybe give it a little rocky rock side to side. Now I won't bother you with watching me in shavasana, but you know the rest of the class is probably the favorite for most of us, and that's moving it into shavasana. So you can take the legs out nice and long. Bring the arms face up, shoulder blades gently pressing together, and your eyes can slowly close. And you can hold here for the next few moments, maybe 5 or 10 if that's part of your practice. Anyway, I will assist myself up. I hope that you have enjoyed our 20-minute Vinyasa creative cardio flow for your hips and your core and your legs. I know probably a lot of other parts of you worked as well. Anyway, I am glad to be able to share this with you this afternoon, and I look forward to our next time together. Namaste.